That voice you are hearing right now wasn't recorded today. It's actually my voice saying something I never personally recorded. I cloned it using only 3 minutes of audio recorded on my laptop microphone. No professional studio, no expensive microphone, no audio engineer. The funny part is that I spent almost 2 weeks using the wrong settings before I figured out what actually works. And one specific setting inside ElevenLabs changed everything for me. Stick around because I show you exactly what it is. A few months ago I started testing voice cloning tools for a real project. The goal was simple: create a natural sounding audio without constantly recording new voiceovers. I tested multiple tools, but ElevenLabs was the one that consistently sounded the most realistic. The first mistake most people make happens before they even upload their audio. They assume longer recordings automatically create a better voice clones, but that's not actually true. The biggest factor isn't recording length, it's audio quality. After uploading your audio, ElevenLabs immediately checks the quality of the recording. Most people skip this part, but it's one of the most important steps. If noise level, clarity and consistency are all green, you are in good shape. If they are not, stop and re-record before moving forward. Now click create voice and let ElevenLabs build the clone. This usually takes less than a minute depending on the size of your audio file. When it's finished, you see your cloned voice inside your voice library. At this point most tutorials end, but the setup process is only part of the story. The real improvement comes from the generation settings. Open speech synthesis and select your clone voice. On the right side you see 3 important controls. The first one is stability. Higher stability makes the voice more predictable and consistent. Lower stability adds more variation and expression. The second setting is similarity. This controls how closely the generated voice matches your original recording. And now we get the setting almost nobody talks about: style exaggeration. Most people leave this at 0. That's one reason many generated voice sound slightly robotic. For most educational content, I prefer keeping it somewhere between 15 and 30. Personally, 25 is usually my starting point. If you push it too high, the voice starts sounding overly dramatic. If you keep it too low, you barely notice any difference. Let's test it with simple example. First, here the default voice cloning tools for a real project. And now here's the same script with style aggregation enabled. The difference isn't huge, but it feels noticeably more natural and human. Another important tip is how you paste your scripts. Avoid dumping huge blocks of text into the generator. Instead of work in smaller sections of 4 to 6 sentences at a time. If you are creating longer content, use the projects feature. Projects automatically organize larger script and produce cleaner output. There's also a feature called the debugging studio. Debugging lets you replace audio inside exciting videos while keeping the timing intact. So is ElevenLabs worth paying for? For most people, I recommend starting with the free plan first. If you want the best results, use clean audios, record naturally, set style aggregation around 25 and start building. That's the setup I would recommend in 2026.